I am back in the beehive, and it is mail day. So just a little catch up, and let's look at the mail that has come in. When I am on the road, the mail piles up. My son and daughter-in-law who collect our mail always say, you guys get too much mail for people who are retired. Well, he doesn't realize we're not really retired. We're retired from our regular jobs, but we have other jobs that we do. So we get a lot of mail. Anyway, I've gone through all of the business mail. This is the fun mail. So I'm going to share it with you. It was fun. Had a great time. But now we're back to, by the time you see this, Thanksgiving will have happened. And it's just nice to be home. You know, there's something about home and the beehive that are just great. Besides the fact that there is that cute grandson. So I had to share, I'm catching up on birthday stuff, and I'm telling you, I feel horrible because some of this stuff just got lost in the piles. And this card, which is from a dear friend, Robin, who is a twisted sister out of Washington. Now, those sisters are unbelievable. Sent me this wonderful card that I just know she made. So, look at this. Talk about multimedia. It's amazing. It's so dimensional, and there's so many different textures. This is a fabulous, fabulous card. Those card makers, it's another art form. So thank you, Robin. Thank you, and sorry for the late thank you. And I just loved seeing all the photographs from our last trip where we spent time with the Twisted Sisters. There's G and I out on Gabby's boat, and here's the Twisted Sisters with their quilts out here behind my house. And there we all are, just enjoying dinner at Robin's house. What a great time that was. I just love that. I can't wait till the next time. So, beautiful, beautiful view of the Sound up there. Puget Sound is just gorgeous. So I have this great card. Then I received a deer photograph from a girlfriend of mine who literally, we have raised each other's children in the early days, and she found this picture of G and I with our, let's get my finger away from G's face, with my oldest son, my youngest son, and her baby, who is her third child, Katie. Isn't she adorable? Now she's all grown up and will be getting married soon. Oh my gosh, time does fly. So that was so fun. And then here we are almost at Thanksgiving, and I'm still getting birthday surprises. And so wait till you see this. I love this color combination because it's like a bee. So my dear friend Carlene, bless her heart, gave me a stamp set, ink and a bee stamp and a beehive stamp. And then Robin suggested that I stamp my own quilt labels with this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have the cutest quilt labels. Well, needless to say, there is, I did some of this is ordering online while I was on the road. So let's see what it is. I don't know about where you're at, but it is definitely getting colder here. This is that fabric that I have been looking all over the place for, and I finally ordered it from Southern Fabrics in Tucson, Arizona. I got a Moda pattern with the big bear on it, and it had the fabrics that, you know how Moda puts out the patterns and then it tells you what fabrics to use. They didn't have the around the block, they didn't have this particular piece when I was there. So this was the only piece I was lacking to make the quilt. And every quilt shop I visited had the whole line except for this piece. And I finally gave up. And I went online and found out that Southern Fabrics in Tucson, Arizona. So if you Google them, this was great. I ordered a yard of this. Yeah, a yard of this fabric. And this is, I'm going to be able to make that quilt now. This was an important piece to that quilt. You know, I'm not real creative about picking. I like kits. I like kits. What can I say? Okay. Oh, this is from Red Rock Threads in Pahrump, Nevada. I have been looking for this thread, and luckily I also was able to order it from my local quilt shop, but just as a backup in case they didn't get it, I ordered it online from Red Rock Threads, which has all kinds of thread. But this is a dark brown embroidery thread, Aurifil, and I need it for a project that I'm working on. So that's thread. Now let's see what this, Old World Quilt Shop, one of my favorite shops in Cave Creek. This must be the next block from the block of the month, the Sue Spargo block of the month, the Christmas one that she had out a few years ago, but the Old World Quilt Shop is doing that particular quilt. I don't know if I have, nope, I don't have it right here, but it's her Christmas one, and they're doing it in vintage or primitive type colors, which is, you know, kind of my thing. So, and now from Sylvia Pippin Designs, block 3 of that block of the month. You see how there's a problem here? Look at that. She did a combination of sashiko and wool. And this month is actually my absolute favorite flower. I've had this growing in my yard for years, Bleeding Heart. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I gotta get going. Now, what is this one? Oh, this is another Sylvia Pippin. You see, these are, these designers, they're just going to be I'm going to have to keep working because of these designers. Oh, I saw this, came on an email, had to have it because I need to make it for somebody. One of my family is going to get this one. I just love this. It's a maple leaf table runner that is with sashiko. Can you see that? I don't know how well you can see that, but it has the lovely sashiko threads that go. So I bought this because I need to make this. Sometimes I just need to make things. I don't necessarily want them for myself or my house. My house has enough stuff in it, and it really lends itself to a certain type of decor. But I just need to make some things because I love them. And then somebody gets to have them. They make great Christmas presents or birthday gifts. My sister loved her her birthday gift. Now this is that little program that I signed up for, Me and My Stitches. And I signed up for a year. That meant like every quarter, so 4 times a year, this she sends out a box of goodies in them. So let's see what's in this box. Open the package before you read this. Now that you never hear that. It always says read this before you open the package. Open the package before you read this. Okay, let's see. I'm going to open the package. I found these soap dishes at a little gift shop and just love them. Oh. And this is, just so you know, if you want to get on the bandwagon, it is Me and My Stitches. Oh my gosh. Is this not... Oh my gosh, it's so fun to have these surprise packages. You never know what you're going to get. So there's the cute little soap dish. And, oh my gosh. And it also will, instead of as a soap dish, it functions as a pincushion holder for this adorable pincushion. Oh, she is so clever. I would have never thought to do that. So look at that. Is that not adorable? Oh. And then I got 6 note cards and 6 envelopes. Does this gal know me or what? I don't know. I've never met her, but I think she knows me. And it's all a surprise. That's what's so fun about it. And she found several treasures at market. Oh, look at this little... Oh, it's a pattern. Look at this little pattern. It came in a little bag, a little cardboard bag with a little button on it. And then a pattern. Oh, these are just fabulous. Oh, and look at these patterns. Embroidery. So, you know, this is like a little gift to myself 4 times a year. And I have to tell you, after my daughter-in-law ordered a bark box so that every couple months a present arrived for Enzo, last Christmas, that was his gift, I thought, oh, I would love that. I would love that. So here I'm getting this adorable little gifts that I never know what's going to show up. Okay, so that's enough for Mail Day. Next is a tutorial, a little sharing and tutorial for you. So I have finished my Stitchery by Kathy Schmitz. This is the October one, and I used Transfer Eze, and so we're going to talk about this in just a moment. Hang in there. So now I'm going to share with you how I use Transfer Eze. Transfer Eze is a product that can transfer your embroidery designs to your fabric without having to trace it all out. It is a little bit labor intensive, but for those really detailed designs, this might be an option, and I have used it many times. So it comes in packages like this, so if your design is bigger than an 8 by 10, you're going to have to divide your design up to get it all onto the fabric. But what I do is I put my pattern, this is my pattern, in the copy machine, and then I put a sheet of this Transfer Eze. And what the Transfer Eze looks like is it's cut into 8 by 10. It's this kind of a lightweight mesh that is adhered to like a piece of freezer paper. And so when your picture is printed onto that, then you peel that freezer paper off and you stick that mesh onto your fabric like this, and then it's all ready for you to embroider. I have done that with this entire project by Kathy Schmitz, and it's her yearly little banners for each month, but I am putting it all together into one quilt. So the previous ones that I have done using the Transfer Eze, you can see how well it comes out. And you know me, I like that SF 101 on the back, so I can carry my threads around. So this is what it looks like after I'm done with the Transfer Eze. So now that I've finished my boo, I tend to want to have to cut some of this away, just the big parts. So I cut the bottom off. You be sure you don't cut your fabric or your threads, but I'm just going to try to get the big areas out of here. This stuff melts in cold water. I know, it's so cool. So I'm just kind of getting rid of some of this excess that wasn't sewn over. And I took some pieces off of there, because what we're going to do, the next step to this, is to submerge this into cold water and melt this Transfer Eze away. It's like magic. So now you're going to follow me into the bathroom. So this is the way I do this. I'm putting my whole project, Transfer Eze and stitchery, all in the sink, and you turn on cold water. And you just kind of soak it. So I'm going to fill the sink up. And just kind of let it kind of sit in there. And after a while, not very long, the Transfer Eze starts to melt away. And I just kind of give it a little rub. It's almost like kind of sticky. See that? It kind of floats away, just kind of as it's melting. I'm melting! I'm melting! Oh, Wizard of Oz. And then I'm just going to kind of rub it in the little motifs where the Transfer Eze is like in those little stars. And you see how the Transfer Eze is just floating up? So I'm just going to rub that Transfer Eze off, and it is just melting away. And it will eventually melt completely. So I've got all the Transfer Eze off, and then I bring it out here and I put a towel out on my ironing board, and then I'm just going to kind of spread it out, and then I just let it dry overnight. And once it's dry, Then I'll press all the wrinkles out of it, and my piece will be ready. So that's an option. You can either trace with, however you choose to trace your embroidery motifs on your fabric. And I do that a good percentage of the time. Or you can use this Transfer Eze product, which means that you are like less than 5 minutes away from stitching. Because once you have printed this and stuck it on your fabric, you're ready to stitch. So it's another option. So there we go today. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video.